Okay, in this video we're going to cover how to create a login process that validates user input with a data master. So I have two screens. I have a login screen which has two input fields for a username, a password, and then a submit button. And then I have an unlinked home screen, which is where we're going to send the user if the login is correct. So what we're going to first do is create a data master called users. So I'm just going to delete this and we're going to start over. And create the data master and call it users. We're going to add two fields, a username field and a password field. They're both going to be text types, so we're just going to click OK here. We're now going to go into the users data master, so double click on it. We're going to go into view and edit records, and as you can see we have three default sample text in here, so I just want to select them all and delete them. And I'm going to add one record. I'm going to click in here, and my username is going to be Nick. My password is going to be 1234, and I'll just click OK. You can also import records from Excel if you have a list of usernames and passwords from another application, or you can add as many as you want with this plus button. So just click OK here. We're now going to add the event on the submit button that's going to check to see if what's entered here is in here. So click the submit button, add event. So we're going to say when that submit button is clicked, we're going to link to the home screen. So we have that selected, but we have to add the condition that's going to check to see if it's in the data master. So click add a condition here. Okay, here's the expression builder up here. So we're going to do a filter through the data master. So we go into collections, get this filter, drag it into here. What we're going to do is we're going to filter through the data master users. So we take the users, put it in here, and we're going to say when the username, and then we're going to find the equals, which is in general. So when the username of the data master equals the username inputted here, and then we have to do the same thing for password. So you come find the and symbol, which is the ampersand down here, and we take that and put it right there. So you have to be careful with the parentheses here. You only want one parentheses there. And we do the data master password equals, just like that, the password input box. Okay, so here's where you probably think we're done, but we have one more step. So what we've done is we've filtered through the data master users, and we're saying when whatever's entered in the username here equals whatever's in the username field of that data master, and then the same thing for the password. But what we have to do is we have to say when the count of that equals 1, so when that occurs one time. So you go into text and there's a count, so we take the count and we put it at the very front right there, and we go to the end, we get the equals, there's the equals, put it at the very end, and we just double click in there and we put 1. Okay, so we press OK, and we press OK again, and let's just close this. So let's simulate it now and see if it works. Okay, so I type in Nick and I type in 1, 2, 3, 4 and it should take me to the home page. Okay, it worked. So let's just check to see if it works when it's not a value that's in there. So I'm gonna type in demo and 1, 2, 3, 4 and you can see it doesn't allow me to go to the home screen. But now we want to add a few things. So for one, this should be hidden. It should have asterisks that look like this, so we're going to do that. And we're also going to have a pop-up that shows up when the information I enter is not in the data master, so I know that it's actually processed something. So the password is very easy. I just click on this password input, which I had created just by dragging this input onto the screen. But when I click on this password input box, I go into the properties, and in type here there should be a password option. So if I hit password, that now will hide all my entries as asterisks. And for the pop-up, we're going to do that with in a label, and we can put it, let's say we put it at the top, and we just say, it's going to say error, please enter valid information. Okay, and let me just put that right there. And I'm going to make it red, so I can go up here, change the font color to red, and I'm going to hide it because we don't always want that shown. We only want it shown when what's entered here is not in the data master. So if I have it selected, I can then go down into the properties, and there's this little eye icon that allows you to hide it. So we're going to select that. So the default is that it's hidden, and we're going to make a condition that's going to show it. So what I can do is I can go back to this submit button, and I'm going to go into the events, and here's the event that we made that's going to filter through the data master. If I scroll down to the bottom, I can click this else here. So I'm going to say when this is filtered through correctly, it's going to go to the home screen, else I'm going to show this error here. And I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to simulate to see if it works. Okay, so first let's do it correctly so we can see that the password is now hidden, and that works correctly. Now we do the incorrect entry, and you can see we have this pop-up here. Okay, so we've successfully created a login validation process.